Welcome back to my channel. This is African Ruby. Today we are doing the installation. In this video we are doing the installation of the doors and the remaining windows.
Awesome. You're binding it. You will fancy what? Hi.
Wow. Sasa itakuwa inafunguka kuja hapo kwako hivi?
Kuja hapo kwangu.
Which will be opening towards the direction where he is. Tell me about the orange. I don't know the maroon color. It seems it's almost the same color as the bricks.
Hiyo fundi umemwonaje?
Ako sawa, kazi yake iko sawa.
Hata kwa bei ndio.
Ako na bei.
Unajua kazi nzuri yote, lazima bei inakuwa juu.
Bei yake iko top.
I'm
telling him he's expensive. Muhoria 254. He has a YouTube channel. The welder who did the doors, he's expensive, but he delivers. He uses good steel, that strong steel that I'm sure you can't break the steel. Maybe you remove the door, the entire door, but the steel is so strong. Oh, I can't wait to see how the bigger one is going to look. So it's another day. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. Hit the subscription button, share my videos, like my videos. So I need to get used to this door not being there, so I'll be coming through the main entrance of the house, and yeah, because this is what we'll be having, and another tiny window on this area. Taangusha tofali ile. Anyway, the installation of the door, hata ile inakaa inataka kwangu. The installation of the door is way more hectic, but I'm so glad that we are doing it. And thank you so much, guys, for the love, the support. These windows, oh, they are opening now. I thought they wouldn't open. This bedroom is so big. So this is your parents' room. It is so big. I love how now she will be seeing the activities that will be ongoing on the other side, because there's a window here. The kitchen will be right there, but when she's here, she'll be seeing who is coming through over there. Yeah, because she's supposed to see what is going on all over through that window. And this one here, we decided to leave it to be that way. I know a lot of you debated on that window should be moved, but again, we have done a lot of damages, a lot of cracking down of the wall. So I think it's just high time we left it that way and go with what we had started before. But I believe, as most of you said in the previous video, once we install the ceiling, I know it will be dark. Again, when we plaster, it will be darker. But once we put the lighting, it's not gonna be extra dark the way it will be then. So we'll put a lot of lighting. And I pray to God that by that time, this is the washroom, by that time we be having the solar, so that we don't have troubles like, oh, the light is off, we don't have lights, you know. I wish that if we had the solar right now, it would have been installed already, so that once we plaster and then do the timbers for the ceiling. I don't know how that process is called, but it has a name. Just forgot. When they place those timbers for ceiling, you can just do the wiring, installed, plastering. Wiring and plumbing is done before plastering. So probably that is the next thing, God willingly. Plumbing, wiring, and then the timbers for roofing, whatever that name is. Kindly drop it down in the comments. The process of putting the timbers for the ceiling, but it has a name. I don't know what it is. I had it once. So all those, and then maybe you said wiring, plastering, timbers for the ceiling. Oh no, wiring will be done after the timbers, of course, so that they can see where the wires, the electrical cables and wires will be dropping. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. So I think the next step is plumbing, and then timbers for the ceiling, and then wiring, and then plastering. Oh my God, this is huge. Of course, wiring could be done maybe after plastering. Not so sure though, because they need to install some of the tubes, pipes, electric cables. But all that, I also need to get someone to come and give us the quotation. Whoops, English. The quotation of the plumbing stuff, labor, those materials for plumbing, labor, but that is later, not now. We're going slowly, one day at a time. Right now we're focusing on this, and then we finish. We see how we can get other things done before that. So once that is ready, I've seen a lot of you reach out. I'm doing this, kindly. I would love to see your the work of your hands. You know, they say even when you go to look for a job, you go for an interview, experience, you give all that. So we need to see what have you done, if it's good or bad. We see if it's good, we work together. So when that time is right, I will reach out and see who we will get for that work. Yeah, for now I thank God everything is really going on so well. This house is big. Thank God for everything. You see that wall, the one that we built before we put the iron sheets, that is how it looks from the inside. So once there's a ceiling or gypsum, whichever we will put, you won't be able to see it, because we'll put it inside and also at the front porch, so it won't be seen that much. Actually, it will not be seen, it will be covered up there, but it will remain as a security wall. Should I call it a security wall? I think maybe you can call it a security wall. And also there are some areas Mama saw the other time and said they must be checked up here, but since we did the roofing, especially the steel, putting the iron sheets, it has never rained, so we haven't seen if there's any area on top there that might be dripping. But what she saw was the spacing. You see, there's some tiny spacing up there that she saw, and she was like, this might need to be worked on. So, but I don't, okay, I'm not sure of the mistake, if there are any, just to be sure, right? So that she's saying, oh, I don't want to be rained on. You see, we've experienced that. It's like a trauma of having a roof done incorrectly or installed badly, that when it rains, you get rained inside your own house. Oh, there's clean water Mama stored in here from the tap. My mama is so hardworking. I appreciate her so much. Oopsie. So she covered it with this sack and then placed this wood, because it might be blown away by the winds. She needs a tank, right? And it goes up to 400 USDs. That is 50K. But they are different. There's 3,000 liters, 2,500 liters, There's 10 up to 50,000 liters, so that will depend. Our pawpaw tree, pawpaw fruits, they are so tiny, and like the other ones, I don't know if they're already matured to be eaten. Let's go and see. This one is not yet. We have like 3 pawpaw trees. We've eaten like 2, but I don't know, the one I ate, I don't know where Mama came with it from. I'm not so sure if it's from these pawpaw fruits. Do you guys believe in, okay, for the Christians, do you believe in taking your first, should I call it fruit or anything? In Swahili we call it, how do we call it? There's tithe and there's that first, anything first that you've harvested. Assume since this pawpaw had grown, we haven't eaten any, so the first pawpaw that will be raw, you bless it. I don't know how it's called in Swahili, or the fasting. I think it's just related to tithe. But I grew up, attending Sunday school, and we used to be told, actually it's Pastor, my godfather, who used to teach us that in anything that you get the first time, the first be it salary, be it you give it to God. It's the same as tithe, because in tithe is the 10% of what you got, but we always give back to God. I don't know, let me know in the comment section if you guys do that. I don't know if I explained it well. You should not touch the fruits. Just removing something there. Like this one is they're almost ripe. Is it true, or is it just beliefs that, oh, you should not touch them? Why? Because they are, when you touch them, they will stop producing. I don't know if that is true. I'm not so sure though. Oopsie. Now, it's been a while since we visited our farm on the other side with the pumpkins. I haven't gone there, I think, for quite some few days now. We also had, I don't know why the sun did this to us. I brought the seeds for some few veggies like capsicum, coriander, spinach, but immediately they were laid on the ground. The sun hit the ground, and it is as dry as you can see right now. The ground is so hard, and unfortunately everything dried up. Only the corianders that are trying really hard to survive. Oh my goodness. This is the capsicum, the bell pepper. We kinda didn't time the weather. But how would we have known? It's only the coriander. Even they stopped growing. Oh my. We have a few though. They're right here. I just want to get a leaf because I love the smell. They've been burnt. They don't even have that fresh and good smell of parsley or coriander leaves. Telling you, this sun is doing miracles. May God have mercy on us and give us rain. Oh my. I love the smell of coriander leaves. Back then when I was growing up, when my late grandma was there, my mom's mom, she used to plant, not her specifically, but I was living with her by that time. So it's in another village called Kumumamu. I would live with her. So how we lived is like, she lived in her home, but she was surrounded by her sons who have married. They also have even great grandkids. So there's that one uncle, my grandma's firstborn, who would plant parsley, not coriander, but capsicum, all sorts of veggies, be it kales. So it was down the river, and seasons like this, when we were kids, we would go to that river to swim. I was just wondering why I don't know how to swim, honestly. Don't laugh at me. I don't know how to swim. Okay, I was this one scared girl who wouldn't swim. Like, I was just by the river banks watching others swim, go to the deep ends to swim, but I was just there. I was so scared, and I think that is why I've never learned how to swim. I wish I knew how to swim. I mean, look at the weather right now. I should be somewhere in Mombasa swimming, or in a swimming pool swimming. But Ruby is so scared to do so. I'm scared of big water bodies, large water bodies. Also scared of heights. But heights not really. Water, kind of feel like I'm suffocating inside and I'm about to die the next 0 minutes. So we would go there and harvest a lot of greens, a lot of those capsicum, bell pepper. Oh, it's capsicum or bell pepper, green bell pepper, right? Especially the parsley. So that is where I started to love the smell. He would harvest a lot of them, and then he will bring them to us, all the kids, the grandkids that were there. Mostly during the holidays, we would gather around and start to tie them into groups because he was selling them. So he would take them to Mabera, there's another center called Mabera, to sell them. Oh, Mama covered them. I was in shock. My heart almost stopped. Oh, Mama tried to cover them. The pumpkins, when I tell you it's hot, trust me, it's hot. The leaves, the pumpkin leaves are no longer there. Oh, for goodness gracious, this one has gone bad. Oh my. That one has gone bad. Could it be because of the sun? I think so. Lately the sun has been hitting with no mercy at all. Some Mama tried. You see how Mama has tried to cover them with some leaves on top because of the sun. My goodness gracious. May God protect them. Are we like, the sun goes around the earth, right? I think we are at an angle where we are just close to the sun now. I didn't do geography, I did history, by the way. That is why I don't know much about Earth and its thing, how it orbits around the sun. I know a little because I did a little geography, but I love history. That's why I love telling stories. Oh, you haven't heard me, guys, telling stories. I think I will open another channel and dedicate it for storytelling. For those who are with me, kindly drop down your comments and let me know if you would watch. I just tell you, I just dedicate an entire video for storytelling maybe 3 times a week. Only stories. I loved history. I did history. I loved knowing about other people back then. You know how things were, how things are changing, revolutions and stuff. Knowing about the prominent leaders, knowing about, just everything, traditions, cultures that you get in history. But in geography, study Earth, the stones, and everything, the moon, the sun. I didn't do that. So, I don't know. Maybe we are just close to the sun. Because tell me how the sun is able to kill. I'm amazed before the produce are even matured enough. Like, this one is not gonna mature past that. They are dried. And again, if it starts to rain, they are not gonna be okay. Because tell me how this is going to revive back to being green again. Already it's dried. Meaning that tiny maize, that tiny produce inside is already dried. So Even if it rains today, I think people around here, remember in Africa, farming is our backbone. This is our backbone. So we depend so much on farming, on this maize that people plant, our parents plant. We depend so much on it. So a season like this, I think a season like this, normally the economy goes high in areas, especially like this, because people plant maize in huge farms, a lot of big plantations of farm. And then when the sun comes like this and kills a lot of maize, I should call it kills, because they are not gonna come back to life again. That is done. The economy goes bad because now you don't have markets to sell maize. We depend on this so bad. I think in my videos when I go to the market, I don't know if you guys always see the place where I pass, there are these big trucks with maize. Those ones are from Tanzania. So like right now, if we're experiencing hunger in this dry season, we'll have to go and buy maize from them. That is how bad the situation gets. Like literally, we just pray that God favors us in the next season. This season is done, like even if it rains. So it pushes people to an extent of having to slash their maize. Like this is ours. If they didn't carry enough produce, like this maize didn't carry a big baby and it's not even matured and it dried up, there's no reason for you to have to wait. Maybe the rain starts today and then you're expecting, oh, it will come back to life. It won't. So what we do as farmers from land of farmers, they slash down the maize. That is like the biggest loss people encounter here. I think also the previous season did that. I don't know why. I think weather changes. Anyone who does know much about geography can tell us in the comment section. Weather changes, so it becomes hard to trace which time to plant. Back then, I think I've seen this year. Last year it was so normal. The planting season, it was rainy, and then a little rain during the weeding out season, and then during the harvesting season it was when it was dry. But right now it was supposed to rain, I think last month, but it didn't. So it's kind of affecting so much plants. So imagine, this is our backbone, right? We depend so much on farming. There are parents, a lot of parents, if you go around here in my community, that depend on farming to take their kids to school, like to pay for their kids' school fees. So once they encounter such losses, like you just slash down do you know the pain? You guys just don't know the pain. Imagine you prepared your land twice. You don't prepare it once. You prepare it the first round by having it plowed so that they can remove we call it magugu. I don't know how it's called in English. We prepare it first, and then the second time to soften the ground. Because you can imagine, if we harvest this maize first, you can't just plow it first round and then plant. No, we plow it the first round and then you plow it the second time to soften the ground. Now you can plant. You invest in that. Also, you have to pay for the big trucks to come and plow your land. We can't plow it with your own hands. I mean, it's hectic. You pay for that. You buy seeds. In many cases, people have big lands. You hire people to come, or you employ people to come and plant the maize. You have to pay them. That is also money. Okay, it's a good investment when the weather is good at all time. And then there's weeding. Weeding, I don't know if it's done 3 times or 2 times. I think it depends the land. There are lands that have a lot of weeds that they need to be plowed, I think up to 4 times, but mostly 3 times. So you weed out the first round, you weed out the second round. That is also another payment you have to make. Like, you have to pay people to come and do that. And then now there's purchasing of fertilizer. You just don't put any. They are categorized. The fertilizer, the one that is to make the maize to grow, the grower, something like that. And then there's this one that now makes the produce big, so you have to buy and put to, like only this farm, I don't know, we took like 50 kgs. and then the first round, the second round, and it was a little expensive. So you do that. Now again, the sun comes and heat everything, and it dries before the produce mature enough. So it's always a big loss. And also there are some people who encounter huge loss, especially those who hire, is it leasing? Like I lease land. Leasing, is it the one that we normally call in Swahili kukodi shamba? Someone leases and then they plant there. So you encounter loss, double loss. You paid the leasing money. I don't know if it's the lease to the leaser or to the leased person, and then the farm doesn't do well. The weather strikes. It's so hard because this is our backbone. So you don't have food. You don't have maybe now the crops to sell and pay for your kids' school fees, because mostly in our community they use this maize to pay their kids for school fees. You eat some we sell. Now imagine or tell me right now what people are going to do. We're just living by God's grace anyway. As long as you woke up alive, I believe a lot of people, you can't lack anything to do or but anyway, it's just God willing. I pray that the rain comes soon. But what if it comes right now? People will have to slash. I don't know. I don't question God, by the way. Don't be like, oh, why are you questioning God's work? I'm not. I'm just wondering, because I just feel bad for the people who depend on it so bad. Depend on what is it called? The maize to sell to pay for their kids' school fees. I feel them, because with them it's a bit different. I'm trying to put it's a bit different, because now what are they gonna use to pay for their kids' school fees? I feel them, because I've been into such a situation and I know how it feels like. And right now I really thank God, because he has put me in a situation where I don't have to wait. Imagine. But I'm not happy that I didn't finish school. I'm just happy that we can afford to eat. We can afford to, wake up and sleep. Or sleep and wake up. Have something to do. Back then, maybe I've never given you my life history. Growing up, I had to, in my primary school, we had to hustle so that I get money to pay for my exams, to cater for literally everything, even food. So weekends and holidays were for working, going to people's farm to weed, and then I get paid. I use that money to buy clothes. I use that money to pay for my school areas, like buy stationaries or school accessories, uniform, shoes, bag, books. That is how hard life is. When I say I thank God for how for right now, for me being in this position, it's something big, because back then life wasn't fair at all. Waking up every day praying for a miracle to happen, it was so bad. I really did a lot of hassles with my mom. By that time dad was not around. It was only me. My big sister was not also around. I think she was in college by that time in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, and my big brother was in high school. Yeah, so it was only me. My little sister was not yet born, so it was only me and mom at home. I'm telling you, the hassles that I tried. I remember Mara's dad used to have this big farm for sugarcane plantation. So we'd go there and buy from him. When I tell you we are from childhood, some people are like, you always have something to put in your mouth. So we were neighbors and, the same community and everything. So we would go to his farm with him and buy sugarcane from him, go and sell, so that we can get at least 100 bob. Imagine we would get 100 bob as a profit, and that was for breakfast, lunch and supper. Because you have 100 bob, that is like $1. I don't know if it's 0.9 or it's like or maybe 0.8. Kenyan shilling is 100, so you can convert. That 100 shilling is the capital. You must have that 100 shillings. So you go and get sugarcane for 100 shillings, and in that 100 you must get a profit of 100. So totally I would get 200, but I was a little smart, so I would sell up to 250, 300, so I would have double the profit or triple the profit. Okay, we used to sell groundnuts. You'd go to someone's farm, people who planted, and lately I haven't seen people planting a lot of groundnuts, so we would go and purchase groundnuts in, like, they used to measure it for us in basins, so we'd purchase that. I think it was 200 shillings, Kenyan shillings. So we take them, you go and wash them as you go to someone's farm, right? When you go back, you just collect firewood as you go back. It was fresh nuts. I don't know if, okay, it has different names. Other people call it the groundnuts, peanuts, but I will show you the sample once I get one. You go and they dig them out for you from the ground. They uproot, they measure for it in a basin, 200 bob. You collect firewood, go wash them. Me and my mom would pass by the river and wash those nuts and then boil them, go and sell them at Nyabohanse stage. I think by then people didn't know that much. But a lot of people knew me as Rubi Star. Yeah. So we would sell with mom. That was another hustle. Again, we would fry mandazi. We also sold mandazi. We sold charcoal. We would buy charcoal in big sack. You see the charcoal that we harvested from the woods that we burnt, the roots and the woods, the stems. So those big sacks, we buy them and then we tie into those small plastic bags and sell them at 20 shillings, 10 shillings, so that you can get some profit. Another hustle we did, there's a time mom opened a small restaurant where we were boiling cow head and cow feet in Swahili, or I don't know if it's in Swahili or our language, you call it mawano. That soup, it's very sweet. So we would sell that. So every evening I would come from school, I go and help her. Even I would go to school in the morning, come back home at 12:40 exactly for lunch, and then I would help her for some few minutes because I was supposed to report back in school at 2 p.m. That was my life. So I would help her at the restaurant to serve people because that lunch hour people were so many. So we would sell that cow head soup, cow feet soup, and ugali and some veggies. And in the morning she would cook. She would fry mandazis and some black tea and also white tea, the one we mix milk with inside. So that aside, other hustle, we also sold mangoes. My childhood had been fun, honestly. I know I was kind of struggling in a way that right now I can't see it, but it was fun. I used to enjoy. So every Saturday we would go to Sirari, Tanzanian market, and buy mangoes in like 150 bob. That was quite a lot of mangoes. So we come with them here and sell one mango at 20 shillings up to 50 shillings, big mangoes. So that is the season where there's mangoes. Is it mangoes? I don't know if it has a plural term. So with that we also sell. What else did we used to sell? I've said sugarcane. We've tried a lot of hustles, but we sold sugarcane for quite some time. That was paying, all these hustles was to pay for my school fees, arrears, maybe buy me uniform, shoes, books, you know, and some little pocket money to use maybe during lunch breaks or breakfast. Life was so hard back then, but again that made me to be who I am. I mean, I thank God for that, because sometimes I always feel like if you didn't go through something or you just grew up with everything, it doesn't push you to work extra or to appreciate the little things that you get. So with me, in everything that I get, the support from you guys, the love, the encouragement, I always take it positively. So I always appreciate it too. I appreciate so much because I feel like God put you people into my life for a very big reason. because life wasn't easy. So that is why I was so determined to finish my parents' house. Since I started YouTube, I was like, oh, when will it ever change our lives? Can this YouTube, I saw YouTube changing lives. If someone would ask me, why did you join YouTube? Because remember, at first I was working for Chef Matiko. I saw a question, by the way, again. Chef Matiko is my cousin. His late dad and my dad are blood brothers. So yeah, he's my cousin, but we call each other brothers because, I mean, we've grown up together, doing a lot of things together. So he's my brother, but in real, he's my cousin. Yeah. So my camera is giving me a warning. Sorry. So as I was saying, if someone would ask me, why did you decide to join YouTube and open your channel? I saw YouTube changing a lot of lives here in the village. I think when Maro started, remember that time when Maro did a party here in the village? People didn't know much about YouTube. That is where and when people learned more about YouTube. It was a few people. I remember by that time it was Chef Matiko, Nasto, Maja, D. Mwango. I don't know, even the David Jr. had one, but not a lot of people like right now who are YouTubers. So with me, it's that I saw it changing lives, and I was like, let me give it a try. Maybe it will be able to change my life. And thankfully, God puts you, my audience, into my life to change it, and I will forever be grateful. I would forever be thankful because I mean, I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't know each other. I communicate with a lot of you on my WhatsApp. We talk. I hear your voices, and you're such nice people. You encourage me. You motivate me. So I love you all, and I appreciate you for always watching me. So kindly subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't. We are on our road to 10K. Please, let's make it happen. We are about, by the way, to have a 1-year anniversary. I didn't know how time runs so fast. It was just the other day I was at 8 months, 9 months, 10, 11. Already we are at 11 months old here on my channel. Since I started YouTube, on my YouTube journey, it's already 11 months. So soon I'll be celebrating, I think on 5th July, it's when I'll be wrapping it up. 1 year anniversary. What do we do? What do we do by that time? And also this July, I said 5th July, right? 5th July is when I'll be wrapping it up. 1 year on YouTube. So also July is when my mom will be turning 50. Her birthday is on July. She'll be turning 50. Oh, there's a lot in July. And also in August, I'll be turning 22. Feel like screaming. So there's a lot. But all in all, we pray for guidance and protection from God so that all this can happen with no problem at all. So let me know how you guys want us to celebrate it by that time. I'm so excited. 5th July, because I did my first video here on YouTube on 5th July 2025. It's been a while. Time runs. I can't believe I'm here right now. But mostly I would love to appreciate. I also thank myself for being positive, for being so optimistic. Is it optimistic? Yeah. For being so courageous. I was scared at first to start this project. I was scared, but I got encouraged from a lot of you, from my parents, from my cousins. I got encouraged. So I'm here. I would love also to thank me for holding it up together until now. Sometimes I would crash out. I'm like, oh my God, I cry at night. Oh my God, am I really gonna do this? I felt the pressure was so high. The pressure was increasing, but I held it up together, and I really thank God. Thank God for you. Yeah. So I've said a lot. I know I'm good at talking on camera when no one is looking, but in person, unless I know you well, we can chat, laugh, you know, scream. But I'm so glad you people take your time to listen to me. I feel so favored. Mr. Butterfly, I feel favored. Yeah. So back to the project. We are still installing. We are doing the installation of the door, the 2 doors. I don't know if they are going to do the remaining window today because the sun is really making people tired and exhausted. So I think the first door, which is the back door, is already installed, and they are on to the next door, which is, oh my god, this front door. Na inakaa smart. Haya, chakula tayari. Mamiona vile inakaa. Amini kama ni kwake.
Nani kama wewe?
Nani kama yeye? Nani kusaidia kuwekea wapi? Kuzitakula. Mom doesn't believe if this is her own home. She's asking, is this Mama Boke's home? My big sister is called Cynthia Boke. Wow. Oh my god. This is big.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Na bado.
Yes, hallelujah.
Pia usinani sana. Sijui kama wamekaza.
Bado.
It's not yet done completely. You're so happy. Mama, you're so excited.
Inapendeza.
Sasa wamalize. Mlango mgumu kweli. Amen. Mama is so happy. Alitengeneza milango mizuri. Kazi yake ni nzuri sana. I really commend his job. The welder, he did a good job. They're trying to take the measurements, fix up everything. So it's lunch. Oh, I left my phone under the sun and went to do the talking. Oh, it's hot. Let me finish up first. I was trying to edit a video. Oh. What is it? Okay. Now what time? It's 13:13. That is 1:13. It's African time. 1 p.m. Mama is so happy and I'm excited about it. I'm always happy about every improvement, every achievement that we make. So grateful. So it's lunch. I need to go and dimbua and get some food. We say I'm going to dimbua msosi. Wow, it looks beautiful. And it's not yet done. And Mama is excited like, oh, hallelujah. It happened. Oh my God. Let me go get my food. Oh. Na wewe? Shakula. Thank you. Hey, inakaa poa. Chani na mkono. Let me wash my hands. Hey, hizi kuku. Siziamini. Thank you. Chicken. Kwa nini haya ndo unakunywa? Ya mtoni, hujapata mtu wa kukuletea?
Kuniletea panakuwa parefu siwezi.
Mimi angekuja twende. Chakuja. Hayo mimi sitakunywa. Acha Maria kama atakuja mapema twende. Did I pray? God bless this food as I take it in Jesus' name. Amen. Big portion of ugali stew. The meals were so good that I licked my fingers. Nimeshiba. Sasa nimelamba vidole. Nimeshiba. Nimemaliza ugali wote. Nimeshiba. I'm full. Asante. Asante is saying thank you. My belly is full. Beauty. I wash my hands. The food was so good. And I'm full. This is Mama's water for bathing. I'm dipping my hands inside. This is bad manners. Beauty, get off my shawl. Beauty, talk. You want to leave your phone, my shawl? That is bad manners. Thank God for food. Oh, Mom. My mom can cook. This water from the tap is not safe to drink. It tastes so weird. I'm waiting for Mary to come so we could go down the spring. Down there, I know it's far, especially right now with the maize inside and the sun being hot. But we need to go and fetch good drinking water. At least that one from the spring is clean. Oh, your kids can't jump there. Baby chicken. Baby chicken. This water from the tap, I think it has a lot of chlorine. I don't know why they put a lot of chlorine in it. Okay, it's safe to cook with, which I'm not so sure, but we use the water for domestic use. But now when it comes to drinking, it's not safe at all. It tastes weird. Do you know water can be sweet when you drink it, but this one doesn't taste sweet as we are used to. Sometimes rainwater, but right now we don't have rainwater. It has never rained, I don't know, for the last 2 months. The only way we could get good drinking water, the tasty one that we want. I know water has no taste, but there's that water you can drink and feel like, this one is tasteless. And you would hate to drink it. So we'll go to the spring or the river down there and fetch water. Although it's far, I don't know if we'll manage. It's far. I don't know if that is bad habit, but is it gargling? Gargle the water inside the mouth and then spritz if I can't brush my teeth by that time. Because remember I was eating kales. Sorry if it's a bad habit. I was eating kales and it gets stuck on the teeth. I have a tiny mirror that I usually walk with inside my bag. Let me go and get a twist. I don't know if it's called a twist, but it's that thing that we get from the trees. In my local language, it's called isiisita. 14%. Nigga, you play too much. The network here is boring. It's nimeshiba. I'm full. Oh, when you say nimeshiba, it's a Swahili word that means you are full, yeah? Like me, I'm full. So I say nimeshiba. And when you are full, you say asante to the one who cooked. That is some good table manners I'm teaching you when you come to Africa. You say asante kwa chakula. That means thank you for the food. To appreciate the cook. Because cooking inside a 3-stone kitchen with firewood and smoke is not a joke. So we appreciate the cook. I don't know if it needs to break well so that I'll be able to use it. But this one seems to be breaking. Yeah, this one is better. Right now I feel like I should now sleep. Take a very beautiful nap under the tree with the breeze and just sleep. I just take my nap right there. That is what ugali does to you. It makes you feel sleepy, especially when you eat it during the day. It makes you feel sleepy. Now I'm gonna use this traditional toothbrush to clean my teeth with. No, when scales or the sukuma wiki remains in your teeth. Hey little chicken, who showed you how to jump up there? The way you're so tiny. Jump down now. Wow, they're so tiny and they can jump and sit here. Mom wants to cover the cheeks. Na mama yao ndani ama? Haya. Na umezifunika taratibu, nilidhani vingeruka.
Zikikaa kwa vyakula lazima.
Wow. Mom just covered the chick. They are celebrating lunch. They are having lunch. Their mama is now there. Right now she's furious. I think we'll have to add more chicken feet when we go to the market. Hizo ulisema ziekewi dawa bado mpaka 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Unajua nikiendaga kununua dawa na niuliza ni dawa gani, growers ama sijui nini ile ingine. I'm telling mom, when I go to buy the chicken feed, the sales lady always asks me, do you want the growers or I don't know, something about to do with 2 different type of chicken feed, so it kind of confuses me. Sasa nikiendaga na niuliza na mimi nashindwa kujieleza. I'll ask Dad. Dad knows much about it because back then Mom told me they used to have a very big poultry farm. So he knows much about chicken feed. So that when I go to the shop or to the store to collect one, I don't get stranded again. Yeah, so I think that will be it for today's video. I've done the installation of the doors and they look amazing. I want to appreciate you all for watching till this end, for the support, for the love, for the encouragement. See you on the next one. Bye. Oh, and by the way, I'm thinking of going back to doing cooking videos. What do you think? Drop down your comments and tell me if you will love to to see cooking videos. But this time it won't be like only cooking and also showcasing the progress of the project. Drop your comments, I would love to hear. See you on the next one. Ciao ciao.